Inverters. DC to AC converters are known as inverters. The function of inverter is to change a DC input voltage to symmetrical AC output voltage of desired magnitude and frequency. The output voltage of the inverter could be fixed or variable at fixed or variable frequency. A variable output can be obtained by varying the input DC voltage and maintaining the gain of inverter constant. On the other hand, if DC input voltage is fixed and it is not controllable, a variable output can be obtained by varying the gain of inverter, which is normally obtained by pulse width modulation control within the inverter. The inverter gain is defined as the ratio of AC voltage to DC input voltage. The output waveform of ideal inverter should be sinusoidal. However, in practical inverters, the output waveform are not sinusoidal and contain some harmonics. For low and medium application, square wave or quasi square wave voltage may be acceptable, but for high power application, low distorted sinusoidal waveform is required. The inverters are widely used in industrial application, namely variable speed AC motor drives, induction heating, standby power supplies, uninterruptible power supplies, etc. So, inverters are DC to AC converters. We'll study the principle of operation of this. So, principle of single phase inverter can be explained with figure number A. The inverter circuit consists two choppers. When only the transistor Q1 is turned on for time period T0 divided by 2, the instantaneous voltage across the load V0 is Vs divided by 2. If transistor Q2 only is turned on for time T0 divided by 2, minus Vs divided by 2 voltage appears across the load. The logic circuit should be designed such that Q1 and Q2 are not turned on at the same time. Figure B shows the waveform for output voltage and transistor current with resistive load. This inverter requires 3-wired DC source, and when the transistor is off, its reverse voltage Vs is Vs instead of Vs by 2. This inverter is known as half bridge inverter. So, figure C shows load current with inductive load. First of all, we'll study the waveform with resistive load, and then we'll study the load current with inductive load. The RMS output voltage can be found as V0 is equal to under root 2 divided by T0 integration 0 to T0 by 2. Here transistor Q1 is turned on. Then the voltage is given as Vs square divided by 4 into dt. If you solve this, the output voltage when transistor is turned on for period T0 by 2 is given as Vs divided by 2. The instantaneous output voltage can be expressed in Fourier series as V0 is equal to summation n is equal to 1, 3, 5, 7 to infinity 2Vs divided by n pi sine omega t. It will be equal to 0 for when n is even, that is 2, 4, 6, 8, so on. Where omega is 2 pi f0 is the frequency of output voltage in radian per second, and for n is equal to 1, the above equation for voltage gives the RMS value of fundamental component as V1 is equal to 2 Vs divided by under root 2 pi is equal to 0.45 S Vs. That is, V1 is equal to 2 Vs divided by under root 2 pi is equal to 0.45 Vs. For an inductive load, the load current cannot change immediately with the output voltage. If transistor Q1 is turned off at t is equal to T0 by 2, the load current will continue to flow through diode D2, load, and lower half of the DC source until current falls to 0. Similarly, when transistor Q2 is turned off at t is equal to T0, the load current flows through diode D1 to load and the upper half of the DC source. When diode D1 or D2 conducts, energy is fed back to DC source and the diode is known as feedback diode. Figure B shows the load current and conduction intervals of devices for purely inductive load. It can be noticed that for purely inductive loads, a transistor conducts only for T0 by 2 or for 90 degrees. Depending on the load factor, the conduction period of transistor would vary from 90 degree to 180 degree. The transistor can be replaced by GTOs or force commutated thyristors. If T off is the turn off time of the thyristor, there must be a minimum delay time of T off between the outgoing thyristor and firing of next incoming thyristor. Otherwise, short circuit condition would occur through the two thyristors. Therefore, maximum conduction time of thyristor would be T0 by 2 minus T off. In practice, even transistor require certain turn on and turn off time. For successful operation of inverter, the logic circuit should take this into account. Now, after considering this single phase half bridge inverter, we'll study few important parameters related to, they are called as performance parameter. First is harmonic factor. The harmonic factor, that is of nth harmonic, which is a measure of individual harmonic contribution, is defined as HFN is equal to Vn divided by V1, where V1 is the RMS value of fundamental frequency and Vn is the RMS value of nth harmonic component. Second is total harmonic distortion, THD. The total harmonic distortion, which is a measure of closeness in shape between a waveform and its fundamental component, is defined as THD is equal to 1 divided by V1 into under root summation n is equal to 2, 3, 5, 7 up to infinity Vn square. The third important parameter is distortion factor. The THD gives the total harmonic content, but it does not indicate the level of each harmonic component. If a filter is used at the output of inverters, the higher order harmonics would be attenuated more effectively. Therefore, a knowledge of both the frequency and magnitude of each harmonic component is important. The distortion factor indicates the amount of harmonics distortion that remains in particular waveform after the harmonics of that waveform have been subjected to second order attenuation, that is divided by n square. Thus, distortion factor is measure of effectiveness in reducing unwanted harmonics without having the specific values of second order load filter, and is defined as df is equal to 1 divided by v1 multiplied by under root summation n is equal to 2, 3, 5, 7 up to infinity multiplied by Vn divided by Vn square whole square. The distortion factor of individual nth harmonic component is defined as dfn is equal to Vn divided by V1 into n square. So these are the important parameters related to inverters.